Hello, beautiful soul. I'm so grateful you've chosen to spend this time with me today. As I speak these words to you, I want you to know that you are not alone in whatever brought you here. Perhaps you're feeling stuck in your relationship with money, or maybe you're carrying worry about your financial future. Maybe you've been working so hard, yet prosperity seems to slip through your fingers like water. I see you, and I understand that place you're in right now. There's something truly magical about this moment we're sharing together. You've made a choice to step into possibility, to open your heart to something new. That choice alone tells me so much about your courage and your willingness to grow. The very fact that you're here, listening to these words, means you're ready for a shift. You're ready to move from struggle to flow, from fear to trust, from scarcity to abundance. I know that for many of you, the word prosperity might bring up complicated feelings. Some of you might feel a little guilty about wanting more, as if somehow desiring financial freedom or abundance makes you selfish or greedy. Others might feel frustrated because you've tried so many things, read so many books, followed so many strategies, yet the breakthrough you're seeking hasn't come. And some of you might feel scared, worried that if you really believe in prosperity and it doesn't happen, you'll be disappointed again. All of these feelings are completely natural and understandable. We live in a world that often sends us mixed messages about money and success. We're told we should want more, but we're also made to feel bad for wanting it. We're encouraged to dream big, but we're also taught to be practical and not get our hopes up. These contradictory messages create confusion in our minds and tension in our bodies. What I want you to understand right now is that your desire for prosperity, for financial freedom, for a life of abundance is not only natural, but also deeply spiritual. You are a divine being having a human experience, and part of that human experience includes learning to receive all the good that life has to offer. The universe wants to give to you. It wants to support you, to flow through you, to express itself as prosperity in your life. Today we're going to explore something beautiful and powerful together. We're going to work with the healing power of sound frequency to align your entire being with the vibration of prosperity. Sound has been used for healing and transformation for thousands of years across many cultures. When we expose our bodies and minds to specific frequencies, we can actually shift our internal state, release old patterns, and open ourselves to new possibilities. Your body is incredibly intelligent. Every cell in your body vibrates. Every organ has its own frequency, and your entire being is like a magnificent orchestra, constantly creating harmony or discord based on your thoughts, emotions, and experiences. When we're in alignment with prosperity, our whole being hums with a particular frequency that attracts abundance like a magnet. But here's what I want you to know most of all as we begin this journey together. You are already worthy of all the good that life has to offer. You don't need to earn your worthiness through hard work or sacrifice. You don't need to prove that you deserve abundance. You are worthy simply because you exist, because you are a precious expression of life itself. The sound frequency we'll be working with today is not magic in the way we might think of magic tricks or illusions. It's magic in the truest sense, the kind of magic that happens when we align with the natural laws of the universe. It's the magic of resonance, of vibration, of energy moving into harmony. When we listen with an open heart and a receptive mind, these healing frequencies can help us release what no longer serves us and embrace what we truly desire. As we continue together, I want you to give yourself permission to receive. So often we're focused on giving, on working, on doing, that we forget how to simply receive. Today, your only job is to receive. Receive these words, receive this frequency, receive the love and abundance that is always flowing toward you, even when you can't see it or feel it. Now let's talk about what prosperity really means, because I believe many of us have been thinking about it in ways that actually limit us rather than free us. When most people hear the word prosperity, they immediately think about money. They think about bank accounts and paychecks, about bills and expenses, about having enough or not having enough. While money is certainly one aspect of prosperity, it's only one small piece of a much larger picture. True prosperity is about the fullness of life. It's about having enough of everything you need to live with joy, peace, and purpose. Prosperity includes financial abundance, yes, but it also includes rich relationships, vibrant health, meaningful work, creative expression, and a deep sense of connection to something greater than yourself. It's about waking up each morning with gratitude in your heart and going to sleep each night with peace in your soul. When we focus only on money, we often create pressure and tension around it. We make money responsible for our happiness, our security, our sense of worth. But money is simply energy, a tool for exchange, a way for abundance to flow through our lives and into the world. When we understand this, we can relax our grip on money and allow it to flow more freely. Think about the wealthiest people you know, not necessarily in terms of money, but in terms of life satisfaction. These are people who seem to have enough of everything they need. They're generous with their time, their attention, their love. They don't seem anxious or grasping about resources. They trust that there's enough, and because they trust, there is enough. This is the consciousness of true prosperity. Many of us learned very early in life that there isn't enough to go around. Maybe we grew up in homes where money was tight, where parents argued about bills, where every purchase required careful consideration and often sacrifice. Maybe we learned that rich people are greedy or that poor people are more virtuous. Maybe we absorb the belief that we have to work incredibly hard for every dollar, that money doesn't grow on trees, that we should save for a rainy day because disaster is always around the corner. These beliefs served us when we were children. They helped us make sense of our world and feel safe within our families. But now, as adults, these same beliefs might be creating limitations in our lives. They might be the invisible barriers that keep prosperity at arm's length, no matter how hard we try to reach it. The beautiful thing about beliefs is that they're just thoughts we've thought over and over again until they feel true. And if we created these beliefs, we can also change them. We can choose new thoughts, create new beliefs, and open ourselves to new experiences of abundance and prosperity. True wealth isn't about accumulating things or reaching a certain number in your bank account. True wealth is about feeling prosperous from the inside out. It's about knowing deep in your bones that you are provided for, that the universe is abundant, that there is always enough for everyone, including you. When you feel wealthy inside, external wealth has a much easier time finding you. This internal shift is what we're working toward today. We're not trying to manipulate the universe or force abundance into our lives. We're simply aligning ourselves with the natural flow of prosperity that's always available to us. We're tuning ourselves to the frequency of abundance, just like tuning a radio to pick up a clear signal. The universe operates on principles of vibration and resonance. Everything in existence, from the smallest particle to the largest star, is in constant motion, constantly vibrating at its own unique frequency. This isn't just spiritual philosophy, it's scientific fact. Even solid objects like rocks and trees are made up of atoms that are vibrating and moving. Your thoughts have frequency. Your emotions have frequency. Your beliefs have frequency. When you think thoughts of lack or limitation, your body responds by creating a particular vibration. When you think thoughts of abundance and possibility, your body creates a different vibration entirely. These vibrations go out into the world and attract experiences that match them. This is why some people seem to effortlessly attract opportunities, relationships, and resources, while others struggle despite working very hard. It's not about luck or unfairness. It's about vibrational alignment. Those who are naturally prosperous have somehow learned to maintain the internal frequency of abundance, even when external circumstances might suggest otherwise. Sound frequencies have a special ability to shift our internal state very quickly. When we listen to certain tones or frequencies, our bodies naturally begin to resonate with them. This is called entrainment, and it happens automatically, without any effort on our part. Just like tuning forks that are struck near each other will begin to vibrate in harmony, our bodies will begin to match the frequencies we expose them to. Different frequencies affect us in different ways. Some frequencies promote deep relaxation, others enhance focus and clarity, and still others can help us release emotional blocks and limiting beliefs. The frequency we'll be working with today has been specifically chosen to help align your entire being with the vibration of prosperity and abundance. Your body knows how to receive healing. Every cell in your body is constantly regenerating, constantly seeking balance and harmony. When we provide the right conditions, the body naturally moves toward health and wholeness. The same is true for your energy field, your thoughts, and your emotions. They naturally want to move toward harmony, toward flow, toward the highest good. But here's something important to understand. Your body also stores memories and experiences. Every significant emotional experience you've had, especially those from childhood, leaves an imprint in your cellular memory. If you experienced trauma around money or abundance, if you witnessed your parents struggling financially, if you were taught that you weren't worthy of good things, these experiences are stored not just in your mind, but in your body as well. This is why sometimes we can understand intellectually that we deserve abundance. We can repeat affirmations and visualize prosperity, but we still don't see significant changes in our external circumstances. The old patterns are held not just in our conscious thoughts, but in our cellular memory, in our nervous system, in the very fabric of our being. Sound frequency work is particularly powerful because it bypasses the conscious mind and works directly with the body's innate wisdom. It helps to gently release these old patterns from the cellular level, creating space for new possibilities to emerge. It's like giving your entire system a loving reset, allowing you to start fresh with a clean slate. As we prepare to work with the prosperity frequency, your body might begin to relax in ways you haven't experienced in a long time. You might feel tension releasing from your shoulders, your jaw, your stomach. You might notice your breathing becoming deeper and more natural. These are all signs that your body is beginning to let go of the stress and strain that comes from constantly worrying about survival and security. When your body feels safe, when it trusts that you are provided for, it naturally opens to receive. It's like a flower that can only bloom when it feels the warmth of the sun and knows it has enough water and nutrients. Your prosperity consciousness is like that flower, and today we're creating the perfect conditions for it to bloom. So many of us carry invisible barriers that keep abundance at a distance, and often we don't even realize these barriers exist. They're like invisible walls that we've built around ourselves, walls made of old beliefs, past hurts, and stories we've told ourselves about what we deserve and what's possible for us. These prosperity blocks are so common, so universal, that nearly everyone has some version of them. One of the most common blocks is the belief that there isn't enough to go around. This scarcity mindset runs deep in our culture and in our personal histories. We learn to compete for resources, to hold tightly to what we have, to fear that if someone else gets more, there will be less for us. This belief creates a constant state of anxiety and grasping that actually repels the very abundance we're trying to attract. Another powerful block is the belief that we don't deserve good things. This one often comes from childhood experiences where we were made to feel that we weren't good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough. Maybe we were told that we were too much trouble, that we asked for too much, that we should be grateful for what we have and not want more. These early messages become part of our identity, creating an internal ceiling on what we believe we can have or achieve. Then there's the belief that money is somehow dirty or evil, that wealthy people are greedy or selfish, that spiritual people shouldn't care about material things. This creates a terrible internal conflict where part of us wants prosperity, but another part of us judges that desire as wrong or shallow. We end up pushing away the very thing we're trying to attract because we can't fully embrace it. Many people also carry the belief that they have to work incredibly hard for every dollar, that money only comes through struggle and sacrifice. This belief keeps us trapped in patterns of overwork and exhaustion, believing that if we're not suffering, we're not earning our abundance. But the truth is that the most prosperous people often work with joy and ease, following their passion and allowing abundance to flow naturally through their gifts. Fear of success is another common block that surprises many people. Deep down, some of us are afraid of what might happen if we actually become prosperous. We worry that we'll lose our friends, that people will expect too much from us, that we won't know how to handle wealth responsibly. We worry that success will change us in ways we don't want to be changed. or that we'll become someone we don't recognize. There's also the fear of failure, which can be just as paralyzing. Some of us have tried so many times to improve our financial situation, only to be disappointed that we've given up hope entirely. We've decided it's safer not to try than to risk another failure, another disappointment. This protective mechanism keeps us stuck in familiar patterns, even when those patterns aren't serving us. Guilt and shame around money run incredibly deep for many people. We feel guilty for wanting more when others have less. We feel ashamed of our current financial situation, whether we have too little or even too much. We carry shame about past financial mistakes, about times when we spent unwisely or made poor decisions. This guilt and shame creates a heavy energy around money that makes it difficult for abundance to flow freely. Sometimes the block is simply not knowing what we truly want. We know we want more money, but we haven't taken the time to really understand what that money represents for us. Do we want security, freedom, the ability to help others, adventure, beauty? When we're unclear about our deepest desires, the universe doesn't know how to deliver what we're asking for. Past financial trauma can create powerful blocks as well. Maybe your family lost their home when you were young. Maybe you experienced poverty or financial instability that left you feeling unsafe and insecure. Maybe you've been through bankruptcy, divorce, or other life events that created financial chaos. These experiences can leave us hypervigilant about money, always preparing for the next disaster, never able to fully relax and enjoy what we have. Another subtle but powerful block is the belief that we have to figure everything out ourselves, that asking for help is a sign of weakness, that we should be able to handle everything on our own. This belief keeps us isolated and struggling, cut off from the support and resources that could help us thrive. It also cuts us off from the natural flow of giving and receiving that's essential for prosperity. Some people carry the block of perfectionism, believing that they have to have everything figured out before they can be prosperous, that they have to be perfect people living perfect lives before they deserve abundance. This creates impossible standards that no one can meet, keeping us perpetually stuck in preparation rather than action. The belief that we're too old, too young, too uneducated, too different, or somehow not the right kind of person for prosperity is another common block. We look at successful people and decide that they have something we don't have, that they're special in some way that we're not. But the truth is that prosperity is available to everyone, regardless of age, background, education, or any other factor we might think disqualifies us. Sometimes the block is simply fear of change. Even when our current situation isn't ideal, it's familiar. We know how to navigate it, how to survive it. The unknown territory of prosperity feels scary because we don't know what it will require of us or how it will change our lives. This fear of the unknown can keep us stuck in situations that we've outgrown. These blocks aren't character flaws or permanent limitations. They're simply patterns that were created in response to our experiences, patterns that once served to protect us, but now limit us. The beautiful thing about patterns is that they can be changed. Just as we learn these limiting beliefs, we can unlearn them and create new, more supportive patterns. The first step in releasing these blocks is simply becoming aware of them. As I've been speaking about these different beliefs and fears, you may have recognized some of them in yourself. This recognition is not something to judge or criticize yourself for. It's simply information, like looking at a map to see where you are so you can plan your route to where you want to go. Your body holds the memories and patterns of these blocks, but it also holds the wisdom to release them. When we work with sound frequency, we're speaking directly to your body's innate healing intelligence. We're inviting your system to let go of what no longer serves you and to open to new possibilities. What many people don't understand is how deeply our thoughts and beliefs about money affect our physical well-being. The mind and body are not separate entities, but rather different aspects of the same whole. When we carry stress, worry, and fear about money, our bodies respond as if we're under constant threat. This chronic stress state affects everything from our sleep to our digestion, from our immune system to our heart health. When you worry about money, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones are designed to help you respond to immediate physical danger, but when they're constantly present due to ongoing financial stress, they begin to wear down your system. Your muscles tense up, your breathing becomes shallow, your heart rate increases, and your digestive system slows down. This physical stress response actually makes it harder to think clearly and make good decisions about money. When your body is in survival mode, the creative, intuitive parts of your brain go offline. You become reactive rather than responsive, making decisions from fear rather than wisdom. This is why people often make their worst financial decisions when they're most stressed about money. The stress of financial worry also affects your energy field, your personal vibration. When you're constantly worried about having enough, your entire energetic signature becomes one of lack and limitation. You literally broadcast to the world that you don't have enough, and the world responds by giving you experiences that match that vibration. On the other hand, when your body feels safe and relaxed around money, when you trust that you are provided for, your entire physiology shifts. Your breathing deepens, your muscles relax, your heart rate becomes calm and steady. In this state, you have access to your full intelligence, your creativity, your intuition. You can make decisions from wisdom rather than fear. This relaxed state also changes your energetic signature. Instead of broadcasting lack, you begin to radiate abundance. You become magnetic to opportunities, resources, and people who can support your prosperity. This isn't wishful thinking. It's the natural result of aligning your entire being with the frequency of abundance. The stomach is particularly affected by financial stress. So many people carry knots of tension in their bellies, a physical manifestation of their worry about survival and security. The stomach is connected to our sense of personal power, our ability to digest not just food, but also life experiences. When we're constantly worried about money, we literally can't digest the good that's trying to come to us. Your heart also responds powerfully to your relationship with money. When you feel grateful for what you have, when you feel generous and open-hearted, your heart opens physically as well as emotionally. This heart opening is essential for receiving abundance. A closed, fearful heart cannot receive the good that's trying to flow to us. Even your breathing changes when you shift your relationship with money. When you're worried about finances, your breathing becomes shallow and restricted. When you feel prosperous and abundant, your breathing naturally deepens and becomes more rhythmic. This deeper breathing oxygenates your blood, calms your nervous system, and opens your energy field to receive. Your posture also reflects your relationship with prosperity. When you feel worthy and abundant, you naturally stand taller, with your shoulders back and your head held high. When you feel poor or unworthy, you tend to collapse inward, making yourself smaller, less visible. This physical posture actually affects how others perceive and respond to you, influencing the opportunities that come your way. The beautiful thing is that you can use your body to help shift your consciousness around money. When you deliberately relax your shoulders, deepen your breathing, and open your posture, you send a signal to your subconscious mind that you are safe, that you are worthy, that you are ready to receive. Your body and mind work together to create new patterns of prosperity. This is why the sound frequency work we're doing today is so powerful. It works directly with your body's wisdom to release the physical patterns of stress and fear around money. It helps your nervous system remember what it feels like to be safe and provided for. It invites your entire being to relax into the natural flow of abundance. As we prepare to work with the prosperity frequency, I want you to take a moment to notice what's happening in your body right now. Are there areas of tension or tightness? Is your breathing shallow or deep? Are your shoulders relaxed or raised? There's no need to change anything right now. Just notice with gentle awareness. Your body is incredibly intelligent and responsive. It knows how to heal, how to relax, how to open to receive. As we work with the sound frequency, trust your body's wisdom. Allow it to guide you toward the state of being that's most aligned with prosperity and abundance. Your body is your ally in this transformation, your partner in creating a new relationship with money and abundance. Now, as we prepare to experience the prosperity frequency together, I want you to create a sacred space within yourself. This doesn't require any external changes to your environment, though you're welcome to dim the lights or light a candle if that feels good to you. The most important space we're creating is an internal one, a space of openness and receptivity within your heart and mind. Begin by taking 3 slow, deep breaths with me. As you breathe in, feel yourself drawing in peace and possibility. As you breathe out, release any tension or resistance you might be holding. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Let your jaw soften. Allow your whole body to settle into this moment with me. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath. This simple gesture connects you with your body's natural rhythm and creates a sense of safety and grounding. Your body knows how to receive healing. It knows how to vibrate in harmony with abundance. Trust this innate wisdom. Now let's set a clear intention together for what we want to receive from this experience. An intention is different from a goal or a demand. It's a gentle direction we give to our consciousness, like pointing a flower toward the sun. Take a moment to connect with what prosperity truly means to you. Maybe it's the feeling of security and peace. Maybe it's the freedom to follow your dreams. Maybe it's the ability to be generous with others. Whatever it is for you, hold that feeling gently in your heart. I want you to know that it's perfectly normal if part of you feels resistant or skeptical right now. You might have a voice in your head saying things like, "This won't work for me," or "I've tried everything," or "I don't deserve this." If these thoughts arise, simply acknowledge them with kindness, like greeting an old friend who means well but isn't being particularly helpful right now. You don't need to fight these thoughts or make them go away. Just let them be there while you choose to remain open to new possibilities. Some of you might feel emotional as we prepare for this experience. You might feel sad about the struggles you've endured, or angry about the times you felt powerless around money, or even scared about what might happen if things really change. All of these feelings are welcome here. They're part of your healing, part of the process of releasing what no longer serves you. If you feel like crying, let yourself cry. Tears are one of the body's most beautiful ways of releasing old pain and making space for new joy. If you feel like sighing or yawning, honor those impulses too. Your body knows exactly what it needs to do to prepare for this transformation. As we move into the frequency experience, there's nothing you need to do except listen and receive. You don't need to concentrate hard or try to make anything happen. The sound will do its work naturally, like sunlight warming your skin or gentle rain nourishing a garden. Your only job is to allow, to receive, to trust the process. Some people experience the frequency as a warm sensation in their body. Others feel a sense of lightness or expansion. Some see colors or images, while others simply feel peaceful and relaxed. There's no right or wrong way to experience this. Whatever happens for you is exactly what you need. If your mind starts to wander during the frequency, that's perfectly normal. Gently bring your attention back to the sound, back to your breath, back to the intention you've set. Think of it like returning home after a brief walk around the neighborhood. There's no judgment, no failure, just a gentle returning to presence. Now, as the prosperity frequency begins to play, allow yourself to sink deeper into relaxation. Let the sound wash over you and through you like gentle waves on a peaceful shore. This frequency has been carefully chosen to resonate with the vibration of abundance, to help your entire being remember its natural state of prosperity. Feel the sound moving through your body, starting at the top of your head and flowing down through every cell, every organ, every system. It's clearing away old patterns of limitation, dissolving blocks that have been stored in your cellular memory, making space for new patterns of abundance to take root. As you listen, you might begin to feel a shift in your body. Perhaps your breathing becomes even deeper and more relaxed. Maybe you feel tension melting away from places where you didn't even realize you were holding it. This is your body's natural response to healing frequencies, its way of releasing what no longer serves you. The sound is working not just on your physical body, but on your energy field as well, that invisible aura of light and vibration that surrounds every living being. This frequency is helping to clear and strengthen your energy field, making it more magnetic to prosperity and abundance. Let yourself float in this healing sound. There's nothing to figure out, nothing to analyze or understand. Just be present with the vibration. Let it penetrate every layer of your being. Trust that on levels beyond your conscious awareness, profound healing and transformation are taking place. As the frequency continues to play, begin to visualize golden light filling your body with each breath. This is the light of prosperity, the energy of abundance. See it flowing through your bloodstream, illuminating every cell, awakening the prosperity consciousness that has always been within you but may have been dormant. Feel this golden light expanding beyond your physical body, creating a radiant field of abundance around you. This is your prosperity aura, your energetic signature of wealth and well-being. From this moment forward, you carry this vibration with you wherever you go, naturally attracting experiences that match this frequency of abundance. The sound is also working on your heart center, opening channels that may have been closed due to past hurts or disappointments around money. Feel your heart expanding, becoming more receptive to the flow of abundance. A closed heart cannot receive, but an open heart is like a magnet for all good things. Let the frequency flow through your throat as well, the center of communication and creative expression. This is clearing old vows of poverty or limitation you may have made, old statements about money that have kept you stuck. Feel your throat opening, preparing to speak new words of abundance and prosperity into your life. As the sound moves through your solar plexus, that center of personal power just above your navel, feel your confidence and self-worth expanding. This is where you hold your beliefs about what you deserve, about your personal value and worthiness. Let the frequency dissolve any beliefs of unworthiness, replacing them with a deep knowing of your inherent value. Continue to breathe deeply as the frequency works through every aspect of your being. You are being recalibrated, realigned with your natural state of abundance. This is not something foreign being imposed upon you, but rather a remembering, a coming home to who you truly are. As the sound frequency begins to fade, take a moment to anchor this new vibration in your body. Take 3 deep breaths, feeling the prosperity frequency settling into your bones, your blood, your nervous system. This is now part of you, woven into the very fabric of your being. But this experience doesn't end when the sound stops. The real work begins now as you carry this new vibration into your daily life. Integration is just as important as the initial transformation. It's one thing to feel abundant during a healing session, and another thing entirely to maintain that feeling as you go about your regular activities. The key to integration is gentleness and consistency. You don't need to make dramatic changes all at once. Instead, look for small ways to honor and nurture this new prosperity consciousness throughout your day. Maybe it's taking a moment each morning to feel grateful for the abundance that's already in your life. Maybe it's choosing to walk with your shoulders back and your head high, embodying the posture of prosperity. Pay attention to your thoughts about money over the next few days and weeks. When you notice old patterns of worry or limitation creeping in, don't judge yourself harshly. Simply take a deep breath and remember the feeling of this frequency, the vibration of abundance you experience today. Let that memory help you shift back into alignment. Your body now remembers what it feels like to be in prosperity consciousness. It has a cellular memory of this state that you can call upon whenever you need it. When you feel stressed about money, place your hands on your heart and belly just as you did today. Take some deep breaths and ask your body to remember this feeling of abundance and safety. Create new neural pathways by regularly imagining yourself living prosperously, not in a grasping, desperate way, but from a place of calm knowing. See yourself making decisions from abundance rather than scarcity. Feel yourself being generous and grateful. Notice how different your body feels when you approach life from this perspective. This work is cumulative. Each time you choose abundance thinking over scarcity thinking, each time you relax into trust rather than contract in fear, you're strengthening these new patterns. You're literally rewiring your brain and your energy field for prosperity. Be patient with yourself as you integrate these changes. Transformation is rarely a straight line. You might have days when you feel completely aligned with abundance, and other days when old fears and doubts resurface. This is normal and natural. Think of it like learning to play a musical instrument. Some days the music flows easily. Other days it feels clunky and difficult. But with consistent practice, you gradually develop mastery. The universe is always supporting your highest good, even when you can't see or feel that support. Every day, look for evidence of abundance in your life. Maybe it's the free parking space that opens up just when you need it, or the unexpected discount at the grocery store, or the friend who calls just when you need to talk. These are all forms of prosperity, all signs that the universe is conspiring to support you. Start each morning with a simple prosperity practice. Before you get out of bed, take 3 deep breaths and set an intention to notice and receive the abundance that's available to you today. This doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. Just a few moments of conscious alignment with prosperity can set the tone for your entire day. In the evening, before you go to sleep, spend a few minutes reflecting on the abundance you experienced that day. Maybe it was a beautiful sunset, a kind word from a stranger, a delicious meal, or progress on an important project. Gratitude is one of the fastest ways to align with prosperity consciousness. If you find yourself slipping back into old patterns of worry or scarcity thinking, don't despair. This is simply information, not a failure. It's your signal to return to the practices that support your prosperity consciousness. Listen to this frequency again, do some deep breathing, or simply place your attention on something in your life that you feel grateful for. Remember that prosperity is not just about receiving, it's also about giving and sharing. As you align more fully with abundance, look for opportunities to be generous with others. This doesn't necessarily mean giving money, though it might. You can be generous with your time, your attention, your skills, your love. Generosity keeps the flow of abundance moving through your life. Trust the process of your own transformation. You've taken a powerful step today by opening yourself to this frequency, by choosing to believe in new possibilities for your life. That choice alone has set forces in motion that will continue to work in your favor, often in ways you might not even recognize at first. You are worthy of prosperity. You are worthy of financial freedom. You are worthy of a life filled with abundance in all its forms. This is not something you need to earn or prove. It's your birthright as a divine being having a human experience. The frequency you've received today has awakened this truth in your cellular memory, and it will continue to work in your life in beautiful and sometimes surprising ways. As we come to the close of our time together, I want you to know how deeply honored I am to have shared this experience with you. You've given yourself a tremendous gift today, the gift of opening to new possibilities, the gift of believing that your life can be different, better, more abundant than it has been. The seed of prosperity has been planted in your consciousness today. Like any seed, it needs the right conditions to grow. Nurture it with loving thoughts, water it with gratitude, give it the sunlight of positive expectations. Trust that even when you can't see growth happening on the surface, powerful changes are taking place beneath. You have everything within you that you need to create a prosperous life. The frequency you've received today has simply reminded you of this truth, awakened the prosperity consciousness that was always there, waiting to be activated. Now it's up to you to live from this place of abundance, to make choices that honor your worthiness, to trust in the infinite generosity of the universe. Go forward from this moment knowing that you are supported, that you are loved, that you are infinitely valuable just as you are. Let this knowing guide your steps, inform your decisions, and fill your heart with peace. The prosperity that is your birthright is already on its way to you. Open your arms, open your heart, and prepare to receive all the good that life has to offer. Bless you, beautiful soul. Your journey into abundance has begun.